When your initial 53-man roster, you guys kept all 4 quarterbacks. Is that the plan going forward to keep all 4? I'm just waiting to that decision.
Yeah, we have 4 good quarterbacks. Simply.
We have 4 on September 8th.
We'll see. I can speak for today. What's today? What is it?
27.
Nobody knows what today is.
27.
Yeah.
You had a couple of rookies, Miles and Jamari specifically, who really came on through this course of the game. Just the way they kind of captured, kind of caught your attention over it. What how did you see them kind of grow?
Well, like we've talked about, it's an incredible accomplishment to make any NFL roster for all of our guys. This is a competitive roster. There's a lot of competitive rosters out there, so it's to be able to make it is a big deal, and excited for those guys. That's also only half the battle for these young players. They need to carve out a role. They need to continue to work. Need to get better. But I don't want to dismiss it. It's a great accomplishment for those guys.
Kevin, could you explain how Wills is cleared to practice but isn't practicing? Is it he's not ready, or are there other factors involved?
He's cleared to practice. He's doing walkthroughs. He's not going to practice just yet, but he's progressing through his rehab.
How did
Go ahead.
How did Jack and Greg look today in the first inning?
Yeah, I thought all those guys looked good. We had a good, long individual period just to really focus today. Was refining our position skills, and I thought the guys did a nice job of that, so both guys look good.
Kevin, I know it's been the case all summer, but I'm assuming you anticipate Jameis to be your number 2 week 1.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about earlier, we're not setting the depth chart at any position. Obviously, we think very highly of Jameis and all those guys.
Kevin, I got in a little late, maybe only 2 running backs. What's the thinking?
Yeah, as you could probably just rewind what I said last year at this time. It's the first 53. It's not the final 53. So I'm sure there's moves to be made down the line here. I don't envy Andrew these days because this is some tough decisions to make, and he's got a plan, and we'll work through it.
And then just to follow up that John did Foreman, why did he not make this team?
Again. First 53, not the final 53. Dante is a guy we think highly of. It's just sometimes it does come down to a numbers game.
Could you say whether Conklin worked at left tackle?
Could I say?
Yeah. Would you?
No, I think at this point we're just going to work guys back in, and I'll update you when appropriate.
With Jack specifically, he's dealt with some injuries the last few years in his career. I'm sure you saw him all offseason trying to train to get back. So I guess just what does it take for him at this stage of his career to make it back at this stage?
Yeah, it's a good question, Scott, and I think about guys like Jack and guys like Nick, and I get to see them work every day, and I mean it's every day for those guys, and they're seemingly were no days off, and they're in the training room, they're in the weight room, and it can be a grind physically, it can be a grind mentally. So for anybody that then gets back out on the field, it's a very big deal. So good to see Jack out there, good to see him working, and really good to see all the work that he's put in get him to this point. And again, he's going to continue to work, but excited for him.
Kevin is someone who really likes to emphasize using tight ends. The fact that you only kept 2, just what were those conversations like with Andrew when you came to the decision that you can start off at least with 2 and maybe go from there?
Yeah, I think we go into every year making sure that we make the best decisions based on the roster and that type of thing. I feel really confident in Andrew and our personnel department and putting this team together. Like I mentioned, it's always in flux. The roster's in flux daily in the NFL, and that's just the truth. So we work hard just like all the other teams, find out who your best guys are, and then put a plan together.
Do you have any comment on Michael Harbaugh on the commission's opinion?
No comment, no.
When Nyheim Hines was signed, he was so upbeat about being ready for even the start of camp, let alone the start of the season. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know that there's I don't think anything happened other than to say, Tony, with any injury, you rehab based on how the player's feeling, how the injury's responding to the rehab, those type of things. So another young man that is working extremely hard, and he'll be out there ASAP.
Good?
Okay, thank you guys.
See ya.